have you grasped and just wrapped your head around everything that's happened over the last couple of weeks in this gym with your guys and everything you guys have done on a national stage?
No, not really. I mean, there's still a sadness, because I really believe we're as good as anybody in the country, and I think we proved it, and we still wanted to be playing, and we had the ball and didn't get a shot with 10 seconds to go to win it, and that's on the coach, so I've been dealing with that, and the elation is unbelievable, and the kids are living it, and our fan base are living it, and, Brad, for me, the world got to see our fan base and all those people that went to Pittsburgh and all the people in the bars and that around here who for years, Oakland, and everybody saying, well, you're not Michigan State. And, they had to live with that they're always, that tier below. And then for 1 week, we were at the top of that tier. And the amount of elation that I feel for seeing all those people being able to express that yes, we're at the top. That's the thing I enjoyed the most.
Spoken like a true competitor, though. I hate to ask it this way, but how much will that final possession haunt you, and for how long?
It'll be with me the rest of my life. I will. It's like the basket at the ball that rolled around the rim when Michigan State was number 1 in the country and we could have beat them and it didn't go in. I mean, I still wake up at night with nightmares of that, and I'm sure this will add to those nightmares because, again, it's on the coach. I mean, if you don't get a shot, that's on the coach, and so yeah, it's gonna be there for a while.
You beat Kentucky, and you said the possibility was there. You loved the stage. You loved the matchup. You said it's where you wanted to be. But I loved how you said before the game that win over Michigan, because of your family history at U of M, that win could never be topped. And then afterwards you changed your answer. How beautiful is it that you have so many wins to pick from that can be that great? I mean, what kind of legacy have you kind of looked back on to realize you've got a lot to pick from?
Yeah, and I have a lot to pick from because I've been fortunate to coach so many great players at such a great institution. So, I want to focus on that. I want to focus on all these great wins. I mean, we've got 14 Power 5 wins, but you know what we have too? We have 5 overtime losses to Power 5 too. I mean, those I think about those more than I do about the wins. So, yeah, that. Once I understood the game was over and I was back and I had a chance to think about the Kentucky thing, unquestionably the greatest win in Oakland history and the greatest win I've ever been associated with as a human being, I guess.
I just love, too, after the game, I think it was the day after, in between the games, you told a few of the media members that you love to talk. You're doing one interview after another, grabbing the tape, looking at some film, putting the game plan together, doing another interview. What was that whirlwind like when different national outlets are calling you, local media, friends, family, former players? I'm sure you didn't get sleep at all, as I understand it, right? Much, maybe a couple hours on the road?
No, I Thursday was the Kentucky game. I woke up that morning, and the next time I went to sleep was Friday night at 10 o'clock, and I slept for about 4 hours, and then I answered a lot of those. I had over 3,000 texts,
Come on.
Yeah, it ended up over 3,000, and that means I'm old and been around a long time. I know a lot of people. I heard from people, a lot of former players that and them texting back and forth about how cool it was. They're texting with their teammates. They lose track of each other, and then something like that put them back together. And, I think the best text I had, though, of all of them, when I finally got through, I finished it last night. I answered. Mike Malone texted me, and, he, as the coach of the Denver Nuggets, he watched the first half, and he had to go out on the court. They were playing that night, and he was on the court coaching, and he had a guy coming and whispering in his ear during the game what was going on. They're up 2, they're up 4. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So to me, that was the coolest thing that, he's out there doing his job, the world champion coach,
yes.
And he's got somebody telling him, Oakland's going to win.
I do have to thank you and just respect the fact that you returned my text, but you gave my wife Claire, who you worked with here at Oakland for about 9 years, a much longer response. And so I respect that, man, the way you do it right with the right amount of people.
Well, it's, it was 3,000 texts is a lot of texts to answer. I mean, it was crazy, but if somebody's going to take the time to text me and be part of the joy that we were having, I had to write them back.
There are banners in this gym. There are retired numbers in this gym. You have Hall of Fame accolades, but the snapshot moments from this, I know that's what you'll take away. The relationships, like you said, bringing former players, current players all together and making this Oakland brand more than just that, but a family. What kind of timestamp moments will you pull away from this journey once you step away and don't think about that haunting moment in the last call?
Yeah, I mean, I hope I can get over that. It's going to be hard just because of, who I am as a person, that those things, it's going to haunt me. But my biggest thing on all of this is going to be what this did for all the people who have invested so much into it. Like I said earlier about the fan base that's had to put up with being second class, and now for one day or 1 week we're the top class, more than first class. We were it. And from our president and the board of trustees and all those people that invest so much into this university to get that moment in the sun. You can't quantify how much. I mean, we had a 2.5-hour infomercial about Oakland University in front of 6.3 million people. It was the most watched first round game since 2018, I think they said, when Zion was with Duke. And Oakland was in that game. Yeah. And you just can't quantify that. So I think that's the thing I'll take away the most.
As a coach, I mean, you know your players really well. But when Jack started hitting those threes, did you have to take a step back and even go, this is a different level of on fire, especially considering the primetime national stage?
No, because I've seen it before.
Come on, really?
No, I've seen it. He had 10 in a game earlier, and I've seen him in practice, and I knew he could do that. Now, yes, it's on prime time and it's the stage, and it was like, feed the beast, man, feed the beast. He's got to go and keep feeding the beast.
All the images of you wearing the Christmas sweaters went around. This is the guy that just beat Kentucky. This is the guy that just beat Kentucky. And you know what? I think everybody around here says, absolutely, that's our guy, and he just did that. And so I hope that you feel the love from this community, man. I really hope you do.
It's been unbelievable. You spend your lifetime at one place, and you believe all the people and the friends that you've had, and I think we've done a lot of good here, not just with basketball, but in the community and things like that, and the people that I've been associated with, like yourself, that have done all these things that, most people don't even know what we do for the community, and that to be able to hug and share a moment with all those people and know how happy they were, not just for me, but for this whole community, that you can't top that.
Well deserved, man.
Thank you.